Hi, it's me, Tracy, and I'm so glad to have you here with me today for this extra video with some more bookish fun. Recently in a video I shared about the weekend trip that my husband TJ and I enjoyed to celebrate our 25th anniversary. And I thought I would share a few of the treats that I purchased during that weekend. It might not come as a surprise that trips that we enjoy, whether they are shorter trips like a weekend or a longer trip, are usually centered around books and art. And this was no exception. We started out, we got off the train and we headed right to Deichman Bibliotek, Deichman Library, which is the main library of Oslo, and it serves the greater Oslo area. And many books that I receive through the interloan system sometimes come from Deichman. And in the library, there is a wonderful gift shop. And they have some of the sweetest things. And I could not resist this book bag. The cat and the big stack of books, the tipped over teacup, and we know we know who tipped over that tea, don't we? It's just so sweet. I will do a cutaway to share towards the end of the video so that you can maybe see some of the finer details here. And it's just a lovely book bag. It's very deep, has a box bottom. And what I loved also was it has the option for the short handle or the longer one to make it a shoulder bag. And I wish that I had this when I had borrowed that ginormous William Blake book a couple of weeks ago. This would have been perfect for that. But this is going to be a great extra option, probably for more lighter trips to the library when I'm not hauling around so many books. But I love the cat design. And there is also I also purchased this cute little bookmark with the same cat design. How cute is that? The artist is Jane Crowther. She is a British artist, and her art company goes by the name of Bug Art. I will leave links down in the description box for you to check out this artist and some of the other things that I'm going to be showing. So this was also from the library, as well as this really charming little notebook with a book library motif on it, on the cover and on the back. This is from a French stationery company. Again, I will leave a link in the description box for you to find things. And it's just a blank pages. I love a notebook like this for my poetry and writing projects that I always have on the go. I actually would prefer a size similar to this one. Unfortunately, they had just this sort of smaller size in this book library design, but I am so happy with it. This is great to take along in my book bag or my handbag when I'm out and about and I have some ideas, or as I say, another poetry project. I'm really looking forward to using this one. And I did not purchase a lot of books, but two in particular I couldn't resist because I've been wanting them for a while, and I've had a bit of a difficult time getting them here from the library or even through the interloan. And I purchased these from Tronsmo bookshop. It says on the store bookmark, one of the most brilliant bookshops in the world, and it certainly is. And in my previous video, you'll have seen a little bit of that, but I will share some more of that here. And we went to several bookshops, and this one is a particular favorite. And it could have been so easy to purchase from the whole store. They had a wide range of everything, fiction, nonfiction, poetry, travel books, cookbooks. The whole downstairs, the bottom of the store is comics and graphic novels, graphic stories. It is definitely my kind of place, our kind of place. But what I actually ended up purchasing was 2 books by Rumi, Poems of Ecstasy and Longing, translated by Coleman Barks, as well as The Essential Rumi, also translated by Coleman Barks. Some of the quintessential translations of the poetry of Rumi. A few years ago, I had a small hardcover. It was a nice edition of Rumi, but it felt not complete. So I was really excited to be able to purchase it here, and support a bookstore. And I love Rumi, and from my February reading, I was reading a book that was Rumi related. Maybe you will remember that, 40 Rules of Love by Elif Shafrak. And part of that story was had a story within a story with Rumi featured in that. And I love the poetry of Rumi, and I just am so excited to have these for our bookshelves here. And those are just a few of the little treats that I brought home, and I will share with you the places that we went, the bookstores that we enjoyed, and just take you on a mini tour of the places we saw. And it was a difficult filming. I will say that, because we were on the weekend, and it was also a weekend that a sporting event was happening in the greater Oslo area, a ski event, and it was difficult to film anywhere actually, but also in the bookstores. It was the bookshops. It was surprisingly busy everywhere we went, and I think if we will do this again, we will do the trip on a weekdays, maybe a Tuesday, Wednesday, that kind of a thing. And maybe it would be easier to do some filming. There were a couple of places that I did not get to take very much footage, and I didn't get very much footage within the library. There were so many people that it was almost difficult to see the books. Deichman Library is an extremely popular place. It is almost a meeting place for people, as well as a place to find books. There are magazines and newspapers in different languages from many countries, and also is very much a melting pot of people from all cultures. So it is very much a place where you are able to find something in your language, or in a language that you speak or understand. It is a wonderful place to go. Many students camp out there for the day and do their work. You see a lot of people just working there or bringing their lunch. There is a lovely section for children with books and games to play. It's a pity that they don't have apartments on the rooftop apartments. I would love one, and just be at the library. But let me take you to the places that we saw and the books. The main branch of Deichman Library in Oslo is beautifully located on the waterfront in Bjørvika. Across from the Norwegian Opera and Ballet, it is Norway's largest library. A wonderful, modern building, the architecture gives us a hint of something like books stacked on top of each other. Over many levels, there are thousands upon thousands of books, magazines, newspapers, and other media in a bright, beautiful, open, and relaxing atmosphere. On the very top floor, there is a wonderful view of the Oslo fjord. Deichman Bjørvika also offers many other things besides readable media. There are free events, such as lectures, film screenings, courses, author talks, readings for adults and children, activities for teens and children as well. The library also holds art installations, as well as rooms for study, 2 cafes, and a very sweet gift shop, and so much more. This library is such a great experience for any book lover. Deichman consists of the main branch in Bjørvika, as well as 24 smaller local libraries in and around the greater Oslo area. The shop Outland is all about fantasy in its many forms. It is a specialty shop for fantasy and sci-fi bookworms, manga and comic book lovers. There are lots of Legos, board games, trading cards, merch, gifts of all kinds, and so much more for the fantasy lover. The Oslo store is the flagship store, the big flagship store, and there are other Outland shops around the country. About 12 other shops, I think. Some shops, like the one in Oslo, host gaming nights and TCG tournaments. There is always something fun happening at Outland. It is one of our favorite shops. Norli Eldorado is rather a special bookshop due to its building. Norli is a bookshop chain here in Norway, and you will find a Norli shop most anywhere, from high streets, shopping centers, train stations. Eldorado was a cinema, a movie theater in Oslo, and when it closed, the Norli chain took over. And they made great use of the space, the interior adding extra to the whole book experience. There is evidence of the movie theater skeleton everywhere. It is a great shop in the city center with lots of books, many in English, as well as paper, stationery, toys, gifts, and lots more. Norli Litteraturhuset, the House of Literature. This is a creative and interactive meeting place for people who are deeply interested in books and literature. A Norli bookshop and cafe are located on the ground floor. There is a floor just for children and teens for their books and interests. Other floors contain rooms and stages for all kinds of events, lectures, debates, meeting authors and author readings. On the very top floor, there is a loft area that offers quiet space for writing and study. This is such a terrific offering in the city for the very literary-minded. Norlis Antikvariat. This is a secondhand bookshop run by Norli. There are but a very few secondhand bookshops left in Oslo. There really aren't too many these days, but this is a really nice one. Sadly, it was very busy and crowded, and we were not able to get very good interior filming, but we will definitely be back. Tronsmo is a fabulous independent bookstore operating since 1973. It specializes in a wide variety of subjects, fiction of all genres including translated fiction from around the world. The best for this is found at Tronsmo. Poetry as well. Non-fiction topics of all kinds, current events, politics, feminism, gay and lesbian literature, film and photography, cookbooks, travel, music. You can purchase vinyl records. And the basement is full of comics, graphic stories, and some manga. There is also a sweet little room full of books just for children and young people. Everything can be found at this bookshop, and you can easily enjoy a whole day there. This is our favorite bookshop in Oslo. Our last stop on our last day in the city of Oslo was the Nasjonalbiblioteket, the National Library of Norway, whose primary function is archival, preserving the past for the future of all things in print, books, documents, maps, newspapers, photographs, but also things from TV, radio, music, and film. It is rather like the Library of Congress in America or the British Library in the UK. The National Library holds special exhibits of archived materials and hosts a wide variety of lectures, gatherings, as well as a podcast. And there is offerings of space for reading. You can read a newspaper in the publications room, and there are lots of rooms and little nooks to sit quietly and read or study. It is a lovely, quiet place to step into, to step out of the hustle and bustle of the city. We were late in the day arriving with just 1 hour left until closing, so we just took in the atmosphere and enjoyed a coffee in the fun, quirky cafe and dreamed about when we could come back to see the exhibits another time. And there are other bookshops that we didn't get to on this trip, so there will definitely be another bookish day in the city to come. In the description box below, you'll find information and links in English to the bookshops and libraries, as well as the books and treats purchased, which I've shared about in this video. I hope that you have enjoyed this little walkthrough of a few bookshops and libraries in the city of Oslo along with me. It has been a delight to share them with you, and you can be sure that there will be some more book adventures coming soon here. Let me know what you have been reading and what you have been up to these days yourself. I love to hear everything you know. And so, until next time, happy reading, and as always, many blessings.